Welcome children. In today's class of NS, I am going to start the new lesson, how fabrics are made. Okay, so are you ready children? Let's start the lesson. So in this lesson, you are going to learn about the different types of fabrics that are used. So you know very well, clothes are the very important part or the necessary for the human life, isn't it? One of the basic necessity of the human life is clothing, isn't it? So clothes are the symbol of beauty. They act as a shield to protect ourselves from various climatic conditions also. Okay, so we'll learn about the different types of clothes, where do they come from and how are they made, and is the process of manufacturing of different fabrics is the same for all or is it different? So where are the different fabrics, what are the different fabrics that are manufactured in different parts of our country? Everything we are going to learn in this topic of this lesson, how fabrics are made. So what is the lesson name children? It is the 8th lesson of your textbook, how fabrics are made. So whenever you go to a cloth merchant to buy your clothes, so you know very well, why do you buy the clothes? You buy the clothes because they protect you from various climatic conditions. We use the clothes depending upon the different seasons, isn't it? We change ourselves to protect ourselves from different climatic conditions, isn't it? So when you go to a cloth merchant, you ask him to show the cloths of different varieties, whether it is of a smooth or a coarse variety, so whether it is useful for which season do you want to buy, whether it is a formal one or informal one, or do you want it for the celebrations to go for an occasion or any other functions. So like this you may be asking, isn't it? So they are varying, clothes are varied in their smoothness, thickness, color and also shrinkage capacity also. Depending upon the properties of these fabrics, you are going to buy the clothes, and also your need and the purpose that you wish to buy the clothes, you will buy the clothes. So once again I repeat, so on what factors that you select a fabric? You select a fabric depending upon the thickness, coarseness or fineness of the cloth, or whether it is a smooth one, that is smoothness. Selection of the fabric. Selection of the fabric depends upon smoothness, thickness and also its color and shrinkage capacity. Okay, so why do we use these clothes? Clothes protect us from various climatic conditions. They act as a shield to protect from various climatic conditions. So fabrics act as a shield. Fabrics act as a shield to protect us from various climatic conditions. Okay, and also they act as a symbol of beauty. They act as symbol of beauty also. Is it clear children? Once again I repeat, why do we wear fabrics? Fabrics or clothes. Clothes act as a shield to our body to protect ourselves from various climatic conditions. They also act as a symbol of beauty. So on what factors does we select a cloth or a cloth? We select clothes based on its smoothness or thickness or color. It depends upon the choice of the individual. It depends upon the choice of the individual. Personal choice, we say it. Choice of the individual means personal choice. Is it clear? So everyone has their own likes and dislikes. So the choice of a fabric depends upon, or the selection of the fabric depends upon the personal choice and personality of the owner. That is the person who is who want to buy, need a cloth. Okay, it depends upon the personality of the owner also. So some will be suiting the personality and some doesn't suit that personality. So depending upon our personality, we select the clothes, isn't it? Tight fitting clothes may not be suited to the stout personalities. So they need the clothes which are very loose. Okay, so like that, the color also it varies. It depending upon our personality, we select the color of a fabric. Okay, and personality and our purpose for what we are selecting the clothes, whether it is for formal use or for informal use, for the night wear or any functional importance or any other occasion you are going to buy the particular type of variety, or depending upon the season, that is whether it is a regular wear or a occasional wear. So depending upon the purpose, we are going to buy the clothes. Okay, so these things are to be kept in mind before selection of a fabric. And another one is the property of the fabric. The property mainly being the smoothness, thickness, color or shrinkage. Okay, the properties of the fabric, it may be smooth or rough. Okay, smooth or rough or coarse we say, and some may be thick and some may be thin. Okay, and color. So different colors of the fabrics are available in the market, and depending upon our personal choice and interest and personality of the individual, we select the cloth. Okay, and next coming to the shrinkage property. Some clothes shrink more when they are dipped in the water. So after knowing about the shrinkage property of that particular fabric, we select the fabric. It depends upon the usage, for what purpose you are going to use, whether it is for the personal wear or whether it is for the curtains or for the mopping the floor or anything that is required for us to use as a tablecloth or anything. Is it clear? So depending upon the usage and the property, you select a fabric. Hope you have understood this. And also we buy the clothes by knowing whether they are washable or whether they are to be dry washed. We select the cloth depending upon our usage and need, whether it is regular need or occasional wear. So sometimes we buy the clothes which we need to be washed regularly. So depending upon the property of the fabric, whether it is to be washed regularly or dry cleaned, based on that we are buying a fabric. And next, we also see the cost of the fabric also. When you select a fabric, you not only see all these properties, but also you see the cost of the fabric. Is it clear? Just a minute. Okay, you can see, I hope so. Cost of the fabric. It is also a very important point to be kept in mind before selecting a fabric. Okay, so once again I repeat, what are clothes? Clothes are a protective shield against various climatic conditions. Okay, and next they act as a symbol of beauty for us, isn't it? And we select a fabric depending upon our personal choice and personality of the owner. So a selection of the fabric depends upon the personal choice, personality of the owner and the purpose and property of the fabric. The properties mainly are, so these are the characteristics of fabrics. Characteristics. What are the characteristics of fabrics? Depending upon the characteristics or the properties, we select a fabric. They are smoothness or roughness of the cloth, thickness or thinness of the cloth, color. So depending on the color that we like, we select a fabric, and also its shrinkage capacity. Some clothes shrink more and some clothes shrink less when dipped in water. So we select according to the less shrinkage capacity. Okay, and depending upon the seasons, we buy the clothes. So whenever we try to buy a cloth, we see the need of the cloth to be used at what time. Okay, so that is these are all the factors that is to be considered before we are going to buy a fabric, and also the usage. When are you going to use that particular fabric, whether it is a normal wear or regular wear, or formal or informal, or occasional or functional. So depending on all these factors, you are going to select a fabric. Okay children, so in the next we will move to the types of fabrics. So generally you know that the seasons, as you know very well, depending upon the seasons we wear different types of clothes. Do you know children, the season changes according to the revolution of the earth, isn't it? According to the revolution of the earth, the season changes. So here you know where that is the seasons are summer season, winter season, rainy season and autumn season. But in our India, that is India is a tropical climate. It has mostly, it contains the tropical climate because it is very close to the equator. So we have only 3 seasons like summer, winter and rainy. As you know very well, in our country we face the 6 we consider to be a 6 seasons like spring season, summer season, monsoon season, autumn season, pre-winter and winter. So among all these seasons, among all these, what are they? You say Vasantam in Telugu, isn't it? So it is called as spring. What is it called children? It is called as spring season. Okay, Grishma, which is called as summer season, which is called as summer season. Vasanta, it is called as spring season. Grishma, it is called as summer season. Varsha, it is called as rainy season. Varsha, it is called as monsoon or rainy. It is rainy season. Sharad, it is called as autumn. It is called as autumn season. Sharad. Hemanta, it is called as pre-winter season. Hemanta, it is called as pre-winter season. And Shishira, it is called as winter. In general, we divide our months from January to December into 3 main seasons as summer, rainy and winter seasons. So that is how you are going to write the table accordingly. The seasons are divided into summer, winter and rainy. Normally the autumn season are also there, but due to the closeness of our country towards the equator, we normally we have 3 seasons like summer, winter and rainy seasons. So next, the types of clothes that are used for different seasons we'll see now. Okay, types of fabrics, or fabrics are also called as clothes children. Types of fabrics. Which types of fabrics are used for which season? Okay, now, so write down this table children, all of you. So people, you know that they wear different types of clothes in different seasons. First of all, according to the seasons, when do we see the rainy season? Write down this table. Season. So, season, months, climate, clothes we wear. These are the columns that you can draw over here and write down. First one, rainy season. In which months do you face this rainy season? It is June to September. June to September in our country, as the sunlight falls directly because it is very near to the equator, we face only. So here children, as in our country it is very nearer to equator and the sun rays fall very directly, and so we feel very hot. Okay, so we experience only 3 types of climate. Here from June to September we have rainy season, and the climate is very wet in these months. Okay, in these months we feel the climate is very wet, and so we try to wear synthetic fibers, that is synthetic clothes. We wear synthetic clothes in these months. So the season of rainy, we prefer to wear synthetic clothes so that they may be dried very soon, isn't it? And next, coming to the winter season. October to January, we have winter season. The climate is very cold, and the type of clothes that we wear in this season are woolen clothes, isn't it? You try to wear sweaters, mufflers and so on, stockings, socks, etc. during the winter season. And next, coming to the summer season. The third type of season is summer season, that in our country we face the 3 types of seasons only, as I said you earlier. This falls in the months of, that is February to May. With the type of climate is very hot in these months, and we wear cotton clothes in this season, isn't it? So what are clothes, children? Clothes are they act as a protective shield against the various climatic conditions, and you also know that they act as the symbol of beauty and status, isn't it? And now coming to the types of clothes. So you know, now you have said that there are different types of clothes that we wear in different seasons, and also the selection of the fabric depends upon the choice of the individual, personality of the owner, and also our purpose and the property of the fabric mainly are considered when we select a type of fabric. So on what factors these properties of the fabric are being referred to? The properties mainly you are going to now learn based upon the types of fibers. In order to know about the properties of the fibers, first you should know what are the different types of fibers you wear and from where do you get these fibers from. So these fabrics, you get the fabrics from fibers. These fibers are either from plants or animals, or they are synthetically manufactured also. So what are they? We get fabrics from fibers, and fibers are divided into 2 types. They are natural fibers and artificial fibers. What are they? Natural fibers and artificial fibers. Now you should know what are natural fibers. Natural fibers are the fibers that are obtained from nature, that is either from plants or animals. So these are called as natural fibers. Fabrics made from the natural fibers are called as natural fabrics. Okay, once again I repeat, the fibers that are obtained from either plants or animals, that is we get them from the nature itself. So they are called as natural fibers. They are called as natural fibers. Next, coming to the artificial fibers. Artificial fibers are synthesized by using chemicals by man. So they are called as artificial fibers or synthetic fibers. Artificial fibers are also called as synthetic fibers because they are synthesized by man by using chemicals in industries. Okay, synthetic fibers. These are the artificial fibers are manufactured from chemicals or that are synthesized from chemicals. Synthesized from chemicals by man in industries. They are called as artificial fibers. Since they are made by man, they are also called as man-made fibers, and by using chemicals they are synthesized. So they are known as chemical fibers or synthetic fibers. Okay children, so this is about the natural fibers and artificial fibers. The fibers that are synthesized from the artificial the fabrics that are synthesized from the artificial fibers, they are called as artificial fabrics, or made from the artificial fibers are called as artificial fabrics. So now you have understood about the natural fibers and artificial fibers. Now we know what are the examples of natural fibers. From plants and animals, the fibers that are obtained from plants and animals. These are cotton, wool, silk and jute. These are natural fibers. So you get natural fabrics from natural fibers. So the cotton fiber, you get the cotton fiber from cotton plant, and woolen fiber from the animals like sheep, goat, camel, alpaca, llama, yak and so on. Okay, so these are the animals from which you get the wool from. Okay, in the different places of our country you get the wool from the different animals like sheep, goat, camel, yak, llama, alpaca, etc. So now coming to the silk, you get silk from the insect silkworm. So it also belongs to animal fiber. We get from silkworm. So it is also an animal fiber. Okay. Next, jute. You get jute from the stem of the jute plant. Stem of the jute plant. So what did you learn now? How do we get the natural fabrics? You get the natural fabrics from natural fibers. What are natural fibers? The fibers that are obtained from nature, that is from either plants or animals. Which plants or animals? From which plants do you get these natural fibers? What are the examples? Cotton and jute are the best examples for the natural fiber. We get cotton from the cotton plant and jute from the stem of the jute plant, that is from the fruit of the cotton plant you get the cotton. And next, coming to the wool, you get wool from the animals like sheep, goat, llama, yak, alpaca, camel, etc. and the silk from the silkworm. Now in this lesson you are going to learn about the manufacture of cotton fabric and jute fabric, and the other two animal fibers you are going to study in the 7th standard. Okay children, now I'll continue about the properties of the fabric. Okay, so as you know very well, the selection of the fabric depends mainly on the personal choice, isn't it? Personal choice mainly, it depends upon the personality of the individual and also the purpose and the property of the fiber. So the property of the fibers mainly are as smoothness. The fibers some of the fibers may be very smooth or some may be rough. That is rough or coarse. some may be fine and some may be coarse. And it depends upon the quality, that is the shrinkage capacity. Some fibers shrink more and some fibers less. That is the property. It depends upon the property of the fabric. Smoothness, fineness, shrinkage, and it also depends upon the color. Color also acts a major role in the selection of the fabric. Some prefer bright colored clothes and some prefer to take light color clothes. Okay, and mainly, as you know very well, the selection of the fabric depends upon the cost of the fabric also, and also the durability of the fabric. So cost and durability also plays a major role in a selection of the fabric. And mostly it depends upon the purpose for which it is being used for, either for formal wear or informal wear or occasional wear. So depending upon the usage, you select a fabric. Okay, selection of the fabric depends upon the that is personality and personal choice, personality of the individual, property of the fabric, and also our purpose for which it is being used. Okay children, so this is the main properties of the fabric. I'll explain you about these properties of the fabric as absorption capacity, expansion capacity, shrinkage capacity, drying capacity. So the different fibers have different properties involved in it. Okay, so that we'll do in the next class. Now you learned about what are clothes, on what factors the selection of the fabric depends upon, what are the different types of fibers, what are the examples of different types of fibers, and what are the different properties of or the characteristics of the fibers that are mentioned, that is that we see for selecting a fabric. Okay children, so now note down the homework children. The first question mainly being, why do we need clothes? Why do we need clothes? We need clothes to protect ourselves from various climatic conditions. It acts as a protective shield. Clothes acts as a protective shield from against the various weather conditions. And next question is, on what factors selection of the fabric depend? As I said you earlier, selection of the fabric depends upon the personal choice, personality of the individual, purpose and properties. So these are the main things that are to be considered before selecting a fabric, and also they are selected based on the properties like absorption capacity or the thickness or coarseness or fineness or smoothness of the fiber, and also the color. It is the different colors are being manufactured in different types of fibers in which they are being selected depending upon the personality and the personal choice. So they are being selected depending upon the personal choice and the personality of the individual also. And next, some clothes ought to be washed regularly and some clothes ought to be given for dry wash. So depending upon the washable capacity of that particular clothes also and person's need, the clothes are being selected when they are being brought from the market. Okay, and they are also being asked about the properties of the fibers, like whether the clothes shrink soon or not. So depending upon the usage from where you are using that particular fabric, either it is for the regular wear or for mopping the floor or for the curtain purpose or for upholstery, depending upon the usage, you try to buy the type of the fabric that is needed for that particular purpose. Okay, so these are all the factors that are to be considered before the selection of the fabric. So one and the main thing, that is the cost of the fabric, is also been taken care of before selecting a fabric. Okay, and the season to which the fabric is needed, whether it is a summer season, winter season or rainy season. You know very well, different clothes are used to protect ourselves during different climatic conditions. To protect ourselves cool in summer season, we wear cotton clothes. They protect us from the sweating and they absorb the sweat. So absorption capacity of the fibers, this is one of the property of the fibers in which it are dealt for before selecting a fabric. And then moving to the rain, that is during the rainy season, you prefer to wear synthetic clothes which can be dried very soon when we are wet in the rainy season. Okay, and coming to the winter season, it is very cool and the outside due to the outside temperature is very cool, our body temperature should be adjusted according to that. So we wear woolen clothes so that our warmth cannot be exposed outside and inner cool cannot be entered into our body, where the wool behaves as a poor conductor of heat. Okay, so this is the case where you select the different types of fibers. Okay children, and next the third question is here. Now note down, I'll tell you. Yes, what are natural fibers and artificial fibers? Artificial fibers, give examples. So what are natural fibers? The fibers that are obtained from nature, that is either from plants and animals, are called natural fibers, and the fabrics that are made from the natural fibers are called as natural fabrics. What are artificial fibers? That are the fibers that are obtained from the chemicals, that is manufactured in the industries. They are called as artificial fibers or synthetic fibers. Since they are synthesized by using the chemicals in industries, they are known as synthetic fibers. Since they are manufactured by man, they are also called as man-made fibers or chemical fibers, as they are manufactured by using chemicals. Okay children, so these are the questions that you have to complete today as homework, and write the answers neatly in your notes and be prepared for the next class. I'll continue the next topic of the properties of these fibers in the further classes. Okay children, and also the manufacture of the cotton and jute fabric also you are going to learn in the next further coming classes. Okay children, stay at home safely, be safe. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.